Welcome to Red Kingdom Sports, and we are here to discuss Monday Night Football between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. And well, just to get to the score, the Patriots won 14-10, and what basically was the game that made Bill Belichick probably the happiest to play in. Like, that was such a Bill Belichick way to win a football game. I don't even think it's funny. Like, that is just straight up exactly what Bill Belichick wanted. He wanted the absolute worst possible weather you could have in a football game where nobody offensively can do anything. His defense just literally had to stand there, make a couple stops. His offense just had to break off for one or two plays, and they win the game. Like, this game was exactly what Bill Belichick wanted. Exactly what Bill Belichick wanted. There wasn't much at all to this game. Like, the only highlight of this entire game was Damien Harris running for a 64-yard touchdown. Like, that was literally the entire highlight of this entire game. For some reason, I enjoyed watching every second of this game. I don't know why. I really do not know why. I guess I just know that this is exactly what Bill Belichick wanted to do. Like, this is the most Bill Belichick game you're ever going to see. Like, the most Bill Belichick game. And Mac Jones literally didn't have to. Mac Jones just had to. If Mac Jones could execute the most perfect, like, 50 handoffs in a game. I don't know how much they ran the ball. They ran the ball. Oh, they threw the ball 3 times. 3 times they threw the ball. One was an incompletion, one was a screen pass, and one was an amazing catch by Jonnu Smith. Like, they threw the ball 3 times in this entire game. Like, Mac Jones deserves no hate in this game whatsoever. This game, no one could throw the football efficiently in this weather at all. So this is, like, if there's anybody slandering Mac Jones, oh, we threw the ball 3 times. That's not his problem. This weather was god awful. Now, if you watch the broadcast, they were talking about the wind every 5 seconds. And it was like, we knew it was a bad game. Just watching the pregame, like, the kickers warming up was absolutely insane, and it was some of the funniest things ever. And I wasn't able to watch this game live. I had to watch it recorded. And I went where I was at. I checked the stats at halftime because Twitter was going absolutely crazy for some reason over Mac Jones's stats. And I literally look at the stats and I couldn't help but laugh. Like, that was just, he had 1 pass, 1 completion for 12 yards and like 116 passer rating. Like, that is like the most Patriots stat line you're ever gonna see. Like, ever. It was just so funny and entertaining to watch. And I think it's safe to say that Bill Belichick probably won Coach of the Year in this game. This is kind of an indictment on the Bills defense, because they knew the Patriots were running the ball the entire game. Now, they only gave up 14 total points, fine. But the Patriots' offensive line, their wide receivers, their tight ends were just blocking the Bills' defense like crazy. The holes were there the entire time. I felt like this game never felt like it got even close to where the Bills were going to win it. After that first touchdown, the run by Harris, I was just like, there was a feeling like, yeah, the Patriots are winning this game easily. It didn't even feel like the Bills honestly had a chance at all in this game. Like, the Patriots, after they scored the touchdown, they just had to exist, and they ran the ball very efficiently. I think Harris ran for well over 100 yards. They had another guy run for almost 80 yards. Like, the run game was just pure dominant, and the Bills literally knew it was coming and they couldn't stop it. That's the thing. Like, the Patriots were able to just dominate the line of scrimmage, dominate time of possession, dominate in all facets of the game, except for the pass game, because Mac Jones only had to throw the ball 3 times. And that's a huge credit to Bill Belichick and Josh McDaniels. Like, those two are the deadliest head coach coordinator combo in the NFL, because they do not care how they win. They literally do not care whatsoever what football fans think, what fantasy owners think, what the other team thinks, what the NFL thinks. They're going to win how they want to win. They don't care that it's 2021. They absolutely do not care whatsoever. And I love every facet and everything, because if every team did this, it might be a boring sport. But you know it's the Patriots. You know it's Belichick. You know what he's going to do. And it's just amazing to see. He seems like one of the most stubborn head coaches in the NFL. Like, he's going to do what he wants, when he wants, how he wants it. And anybody says no, he's going to say too bad and continue to do it. It's like the Patriots ran the ball, I think 45, 46 total times and passed 3 times. 3. That's amazing. That's I don't know if it's amazing, bad, funny, stupid, whatever. You can have your opinions. And you can't say anything bad about Mac Jones because there's nothing he could have done. There's nothing. Josh McDaniels, Bill Belichick, they had a perfect game plan set up in this game. They were going to run the ball down your throat, play really, really good defense, make Josh Allen do something, which he couldn't. They had a chance at the end. The Bills did, and the Patriots defense just held them. They couldn't do anything. This is literally, I don't know what else to say. This, because I have to make a review, I have to talk about it somehow, but this is literally the most Patriots win you're gonna see. The most Patriots win ever. And if every team did this, like I said, we would hate this. But the fact it was the Patriots, it's just, it makes it fantastic. Now, like I said, there wasn't much highlights from this game. You had the Damian Harris 64-yard TD run. There was a weird muff punt that led to the Bills touchdown, but that was literally that's all the Bills really could muster up the entire game. I think if I looked at the stats correctly, the Patriots, like I said, threw the ball 3 times, and they still had more total yards than the Bills did the entire game. And I think in all honesty, if you look at the Bills side of this, their run defense was pitiful this entire game. 14 points. Yeah, I know. The scoreboard doesn't really match the damage the Patriots did. The run defense was really bad. And the coaches and the team were salty after the game. Like, Sean McDermott was just like, we're not going to give them any more credit than what they deserve, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Kind of like undermining how well Bill Belichick coached. And I'm just like, dude, you got completely outcoached. You were not ready. You didn't make no adjustments whatsoever. Like, this is the most outcoached I've seen in a high-profile game in a while. Now, I was going to say ever, but, you see the Lions play every week, and they get outcoached all the time. Somehow, the Lions got outcoached by Matt Nagy and the Bears. But what I'm saying is this is a high-profile game, and that was completely lopsided from on-field and the coaching. Completely lopsided. And then the fact that the Bills were just salty after the game is just pitiful. It's so pitiful. They're the ones who did this to themselves. They were the ones who let the Patriots run crazy. They were the ones who just were like, you're running the ball, we're not going to stop it. Mac Jones doesn't have to do anything anyways. So yeah, the stats are just, their stats are absolutely crazy. Patriots had more total yards than the Bills did, and they only passed the ball 3 times. And yeah, this was just an indictment on how, and this is also another thing from the Bills. This kind of exposed the fact that they don't have a run game either, because in a game like this, no one's winning. Nobody is winning this game throwing the football. Not the way the Patriots, how good the Patriots defense is and how much the Patriots offensively running the ball. You're not winning this game passing the football. The weather was too bad. The wind was terrible for both sides. And this game exposed the fact that the Bills do not have a run game at all. You can't really blame Josh Allen for how poorly he played passing the ball, because if we're going to give Mac Jones a pass for only throwing the ball 3 times, Josh Allen having a 50% completion percentage in a game like this, you can't really fault him for that. The weather was bad. I'm not going to fault that. I am going to fault however, the fact that the Bills have absolutely no running game. None whatsoever. In a game like this, and a game in the playoffs, where it may be a complete blizzard in the playoffs and you have to run the football, that's going to hurt the Bills so bad. It's going to hurt them. And the Bills play in this weather all the time. Teams that play in the North and they do not have a run game, it's going to hurt them in the future. It's going to hurt them come playoff time if they make it. So this exposed the Bills and how many problems they have. Their run defense was really bad. Their run game on offense was terrible. They made no adjustments. And the coaching for the Bills tonight was just really, really bad. And because of that, not only did the Patriots come into this game tied for the division lead, or the lead in the division outright, they now have the number 1 seed in the AFC. So the Patriots are back to being the top seed in the AFC. They're winning these games in the ugliest way possible. And this game just showed how good of a head coach Bill Belichick is. He is the greatest head coach of all time. and I don't even think it's close. He's winning Coach of the Year. You kind of have to give Mac Jones Offensive Rookie of the Year. Rookie of the Year. I mean, I know all he did was hand the ball off, but just as a season as a whole, that defense is stout. You have Matthew Judon, who's an absolute beast. That secondary is fantastic. The Patriots just outplayed, outcoached, and outdid the Bills in everything in this game. And like I said, it wasn't even close. But those are my thoughts of Monday Night Football between the New England Patriots and the Buffalo Bills. Give me your thoughts down below of what you thought of this terrible weather game, and I will see you in the next one.